What is up, my Pookies? Welcome back to another video. And let's just say after Sonic 3's credit scene, we all cannot wait for Sonic the Hedgehog 4 releasing in cinemas 2027. Cursed movies having to take time to make. Anyway, while we're waiting, I've seen a lot of people predict Sonic 4's potential plot. I haven't actually watched any of these videos, so this is purely my idea for the movie, based off a few quote-unquote leaks as well. Anyway, enough yapping, let's get back to my poorly made idea for what Sonic the Hedgehog 4 could be. Enjoy! The movie starts off by establishing Metal Sonic's origin, which is that after Sonic 2, Robotnik started work on a prototype for Metal Sonic, before eventually giving up and going into the depression that we see him in Sonic 3. The robot body for Metal Sonic should have worked, but it needed a ton of power to even run. Though after Robotnik's death in Sonic 3, Stone manages to find one of the fallen Chaos Emeralds, and uses it to power up Metal Sonic, after studying Eggman's notice about Chaos Power and its link to possible time travel. Perhaps Metal Sonic could find a way to bring back Eggman, because Stone just really wants to see his Pookie again. When Metal Sonic awakens, he tells Stone that he still needs more power, and that the best way to do this would be to pay Sonic a visit. In reality though, Metal Sonic has just been programmed with like a huge grudge for Sonic by Robotnik, so yeah. The events of the Sonic 3 post-credits scene play out, though slightly different, with Metal Sonic and his lesser copies attacking Sonic from all sides before Amy Rose sweeps in and takes them all out. Amy wastes no time and tells Sonic that she's from the future, and that Metal Sonic will soon take over the world, and that Sonic was their best bet against saving the future. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy gather in Green Hills to address their plan to take down Metal Sonic, devising that the best option was to go in and attack one of Robotnik's old lairs, also known as the Chemical Plant. Though Metal was already expecting this, and manages to give them a fight for their lives, absolutely wrecking them all, before Knuckles manages to get a lucky shot, forcing him to flee. Tails reduces that Metal Sonic has powered up using another Chaos Emerald, and that if he manages to get them all, he'll be almost unstoppable. Sort of like Chaos from Sonic Adventure. With the desperation of the situation, that rhymed, they split into groups to collect the remaining 5 emeralds, Tom and Maddie taking 1, and Amy, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles getting the other 4. For each of them, the missions are successful, except for Amy, who manages to get kidnapped by Metal Sonic and taken to an abandoned amusement park called Stardust Speedway. Metal Sonic challenges Sonic to a race to free Amy, almost as a way to toy with him. They both face off in an epic battle, with Sonic forcing Metal to retreat and saving Amy, though it was just a diversion to launch the final Fortress airship. Tails and the gang hop onto the tornado for a good old-fashioned sky chase, but by the time they reach it, it's too late. Stone and Metal Sonic have already brought back Eggman from the past, though when Eggman comes back, it's very obvious that he's changed from the events of Sonic 3, making Metal almost disappointed with him. He's supposed to be a great future monarch, and this man looks nothing like the Eggman he's supposed to be. This is when Metal decides he's had enough. Organic life is so infuriating. Metal then begins his transformation into Neo Metal Sonic. Sonic and Co confront Eggman about the beast he's created, to which Eggman tells them that the only way to even have a shot is to remove his power source, the Chaos Emerald still inside. Knuckles and Co take a risky move to try and take the emerald from Metal Sonic. The Metal Sonic throws them off in his Overlord form. Though with the emerald loosened, it too drops from the sky. Amy's still on the final fortress with the other 6 Chaos Emeralds. She makes a risky move to dive off the airship and skydives down to Team Sonic, plummeting. Taking all the Chaos Emeralds, she activates everyone's super form, and they triumphantly fire up to face Metal Overlord. He's weaker without the emeralds, but in no way less of a challenge to defeat. What I'm Made Of starts playing, and they all attack Metal Sonic, eventually defeating him using the superpower of friendship. Metal Sonic crashes down to the final fortress, defeated, and Eggman seizes the opportunity to escape with Stone and Metal's deactivated body. Sonic and friends go back to Green Hills, and they live happily ever after. I don't know how to end this story. I'm gonna be so real. The end. Or not. It's post-credits time, baby. On the ruins of the final fortress, the discarded time machine starts to flicker and a cyan light flies out and heads for the sky. The cyan light slowly fades to reveal Silver the Hedgehog, who looks over Green Hills and announces,
I finally found him. The Iblis trigger.
Before the movie ends. The end. So yeah, that was just my little concept for Sonic 4. I'm just making bullshit up, to be honest, but this would be so cool. This would be so cool if it played out like this. So yeah, thanks guys. Bye. Also, if you have anything you want to, if you got any other ideas for how this should play out, feel free to drop them in the comments. Seriously, I want to chat to you guys about this. I am so hyped for the next movie. Bye.